Hi, today is Thursday, 17th of August 2023, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we're gonna do a drive-on market recap using the DAT Loadboard as usual. We're gonna start from the northwest. We're gonna start in Portland today. The settings are, as you can see, the filters and the search settings are, as you can see, full loads only. This is the weight, this is the length. Search back 4 hours, date range only for today, and equipment type van standard, and that head origin 150 miles. So we have 247 results starting from over $3 per mile. As you see already, we have some loads over $2 per mile. The destinations are Washington, Idaho, Oregon mainly, the highest paying ones, and Colorado. We have some loads to Maryland, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, but those also don't pay that much compared to the loads going to the Spokane area or Boise or Colorado or Oregon basically. Yeah. So you can catch some loads going to the other western states, let's say, apart from California, and those loads will pay okay. Let's say you will not lose money on those, but if you want to, for example, go back from Portland to Los Angeles or to whatever in California, you will get around $1 per mile. Like you will get 1,000 miles from, let's say, Seattle, or from Portland, or 1,100 miles, 1,100 miles. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now we're gonna take a look at Seattle, just to let you know that some loads will overlap, so we will see the same loads probably. Some of them will be the same. Seattle, Washington, as we see, market is very similar. Here we have also loads to Montana, and the destinations are the same. 255 results, so the volume is also similar. Destinations: Idaho, Washington, Montana, Oregon. Those are the highest paying ones, and we have something, for example, to Wisconsin. And now we're gonna go a bit south, and we're gonna take a look at Stockton, California, and we have substantially bigger volume, 750 results, starting from over $3 per mile, going to Oregon, for example, here to Nevada. This is like close to the border with California. Medford, Oregon is like very close to the border, so only, as you can see, 263 miles only. Loads to Nevada, to Washington, to Oregon. As you can see here, those loads are paying, like even this one to Eugene is paying over $3 per mile. However, if you'd like to come back, and this is actually only 25,000 pounds, if you'd like to come back, you'll get around $1 a mile, so you need to round it up, and if you're lucky on the round trip, you will get around $2 per mile for each mile. If you manage your truck well, you can do it. However, the most important thing is to get very good load out of California, I think now. And just on the way back, you just want to get as much money as possible, or even drive empty sometimes. Or for example, make like a bigger deadhead if you're driving around the West Coast, I guess. Los Angeles, California. If you're, for example, driving from Los Angeles, if you want to, for example, take a load, let's say if you got something for $3 per mile to Washington, then on the way back you can just go to, for example, to Stockton, deadhead through Hall, Oregon, and through Hall, Washington, and then take something to Los Angeles. And then I think in current market conditions this is the best option, because you will get the same rate, so you'll get probably around $1,900, let's say, for example, from Stockton, from Sacramento, some from San Francisco to the Los Angeles area, and you will get around $1,000 from Seattle, from Portland to the Los Angeles area, so it's not really worth taking it. But let's come back to Los Angeles. 937 results, starting from over $4 per mile. You have plenty of loads over $3 per mile. However, from Los Angeles, most of the loads are going to Arizona and Nevada, as you can see. Of course, some loads are going to the Northern California, something to Utah. You'll find some in Colorado as well. Oregon, as we can see here, only 25,000 pounds. Yeah, those are the destinations. You don't have any loads going to the Midwest paying more than $2 per mile, I guess. Yeah, that's the catch. You have something going to, some loads going to Reno, Nevada. This is how it looks. If you like prefer to run regional lines, like if you go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and then from Vegas come back to Los Angeles, I think it's a good option in current market, I would say, because in Vegas you can find something decent, let's say, which will, let's say, cover more than only the costs. Alright, so this is Los Angeles, Las Vegas now, let's have a look. The volume will be way smaller, way lower, however, 93 results. But still, there are some loads. However, yeah, actually, we have a load, for example, here to California. It's just under $2, just below $2 per mile. It's not as bad as it could be from, for example, Oregon or Washington or Utah or Colorado. Yeah, but the most common destinations are Utah, New Mexico, Arizona. We have something to New York and Texas, Oregon, and loads to California as well. And the highest paying ones pay over $3 per mile. Now we're gonna take a look at Idaho market. We're gonna have a look at basically Nampa, Boise, Twin Falls, and a bit of Eastern. Idaho, 112 results, starting from over $3 per mile. Few loads paying over $2 per mile. And this market is not the best, of course. Most common destinations are Colorado, Washington, Wyoming, Arizona, Utah, those, and Oregon, of course. You can find something, as you can see here, to Florida, for instance. You have something to Montana as well. This is how it looks in Idaho. Let's take a look at Denver. I think it should be worse, way worse. Denver. 55 results, one load posted for more than $2 per mile, and then the rest is just awful. $1.53 per mile, $1.49 per mile going to Virginia, California. Actually, this one is not as bad. Florida, Washington, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, and so on. Those are the destinations from Denver. The volume is fairly small. This is how it looks in Denver, Colorado. Now we're gonna take a look at Dallas, Texas. This market in Dallas, this is how it looks. 222 results, starting from over $2 per mile. We have just a few loads posted for over $2 per mile. Destinations: Texas, Colorado, Louisiana, Kansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida probably as well, and so on. This is how it looks in Dallas. And now we're gonna take a look at Fayetteville, Arkansas. We have deadhead origin 150 miles, so we're gonna cover also Tulsa market, Tulsa, Oklahoma. 166 results, starting from over $4 per mile going to Dallas from Tulsa. The destinations: Georgia, Texas, Maryland, Florida, Texas, everywhere is Texas, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee also. Those are the destinations from the northwestern Arkansas and Tulsa market. Now we're gonna have a look at Kansas City market. 184 results, starting from $2.81 per mile, going to Denver, Colorado. The destinations: Denver, Colorado, New Mexico, Missouri, Oregon, Oklahoma, Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, Montana, Utah, and Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. So those are the destinations from Kansas City. 186 results. This is how it looks for a drive on. Now we're gonna take a look at Lincoln, Nebraska. 75 results, starting from over $3 per mile. Destinations: Colorado, Nebraska, Wyoming, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Iowa, Kansas, Pennsylvania, Utah, Montana, and Ohio. We have plenty of loads paying more than $2 per mile in Lincoln and Omaha area. Now we're gonna take a look at Fargo, North Dakota. 143 results, starting from $2.85 per mile. The destinations: Minnesota, New York, Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Ohio, Utah. Those are the highest paying destinations, paying more than $2 per mile from Fargo, North Dakota. Now we're going to take a look at Chicago, Illinois. We expect high volume compared to the other markets. 2001 results, starting from over $4 per mile. The highest paying loads are like around 200, 300, 600 miles long. So the states are Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri, Tennessee, New York. So Midwest, Northeast, and a bit of South. Only Tennessee in the South. Basically, those are the destinations from Chicago which pay the most. Now we're gonna take a look at one more market in the South: Atlanta, Georgia, and of course we have 150 miles DAT cut, so we will include also Birmingham, Alabama. So starting from over $2.74 per mile, 725 results. Destinations: Florida, Pennsylvania, Texas, Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina, New Mexico, Louisiana, Mississippi, Indiana, Alabama, New Hampshire. We are still above $2 per mile. The highest paying load going to California, or let's say to the west coast, so let's do zone 9. $1.76 per mile from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Stockton, California. Now let's have a look at Richmond, Virginia. 675 results, starting from over $5 per mile. Most common destinations are all the states in the Northeast. We have also Florida here. It's hard to find something going to the Midwest. However, we have something to Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, we have something to Arkansas, to Little Rock. This is how it looks in Richmond. Plenty of loads paying more than $2 per mile. However, the destinations are maybe not the most desirable. Alright, now let's have a look at Columbus, Ohio. Over 1700 results, starting from over $4 per mile. Alright, the destinations: Pennsylvania, Ohio, of course Columbus, Virginia, Massachusetts, Maryland, Indiana, New Jersey, New York. You can also find something going to Alabama, for instance, Tennessee, and it's still over $3 per mile. So I think it's good, it's pretty good. And yeah, this is basically how it looks in Columbus. This market, I would say, is decent. So let's move to Nashville, Tennessee. 542 results, starting from $3.64 per mile, going to New York. The destinations: North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Those are basically the destinations. Delaware, even Colorado, Illinois, and we are still over $2 per mile. If you need something to the Zone 9, so to the west coast from Nashville, you have loads paying $2.33 per mile even to Barstow, California, and few loads close just under $2 per mile. I think it's not that bad considering how it looks in other markets. So now let's gonna take a look at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's change the zoning. But if you're interested, from Pittsburgh to the west coast, those are the loads available. Zone 8, so Washington, Oregon, California, and Alaska. You can find something paying $1.82 per mile, so not as tragic as it could be. So 965 results overall, starting from over $4 per mile. The destinations: New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Maryland, Indiana. Those are the most common destinations from Pittsburgh, the highest paying ones, maybe not the most common, but probably as well. Alright, so the last market for today will be Grand Rapids, Michigan. 752 results, starting from over $4 per mile, going to Illinois, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Ohio, New York, Wisconsin, Massachusetts. So Northeast, Midwest, we have something to Florida from time to time, paying over $2 per mile, over $3.30 per mile actually, decent rate. This is how it looks. If you need something from Grand Rapids to the west coast, Zone 9, 50 results, we have one load paying more than $2 per mile, which is 36,000 pounds. So it's not even full truck. So this is how it looks. This is August market recap for a drive-on. Thank you very much for watching and for supporting the channel. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions regarding compliance or like anything that I could help you with. Please let me know, and let me know if you have any idea for future content on this channel. Thank you once again for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.